Hey, this is Michael Wang here. Today we're gonna build a WebLogic cluster. Okay, so we're gonna use a web center portal domain as an example. So here I have my standalone domain running on CentOS 06. So let's take a quick look. Okay, so we logged in. So we log into the console servers. So we have the admin server and the portal and portlet managed servers. So they're running. So I have my Oracle Home for the Web Center portal installed here on CentOS 06. So I wanna expand the domain to running on both on CentOS 06 and 07. So here on CentOS 07, so I don't have anything yet. So I don't have the software installed. I don't have the domain. So the first step is to install the Web Center portal, exactly the same as what we did on CentOS 06. So for those so who don't know how to install, so you can look at our previous video of how to set up the Web Center portal. So today we're gonna concentrate on how to create the WebLogic cluster. So I'm gonna skip this. So I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna come back after I install the software. Alright, so I installed the Web Center portal. So let's see. Okay, so I installed exactly the same folder as in CentOS 06. So now let's see how we're gonna build the cluster. So now, so first, so we need to create another machine. Okay. So let's clone the machine. Okay. Okay. So let's look at the servers. So we need to create additional servers. So for this one, so we're gonna click the clone and name it WC Portal 2. So for this one, so we're gonna put CentOS 07. So this one is gonna listen in on the second server. So we're gonna leave the same port. Okay, so let's check the first one. So the first one, let's put the listening address CentOS 06. Okay. So for this WC portlet, okay. So let's put 06. So let's also clone this one. So this gonna be on the second server. So the listening address is CentOS 07. The server with the same name already exists. So I put a 2 to the name. Okay, so we got a WC portal, WC portal 2, WC portlet, WC portlet 2. Okay, so let's add them to the clusters. So cluster, servers. Okay, so it's already added because we cloned the servers. Okay, so let's look at the machines. Okay, so we need to add the servers, the second set of server to this. Okay, so auto 2. So we need to add the portlet 2 to here too. Alright. So let's double check the first machine. Okay, the first machine has admin server on WC portal and WC portlet. Okay, let's see. So we cannot change the server name. So unless we can delete them and recreate them. Okay, so we're gonna leave like this for now. Okay, so active the changes. All right, so we changed the configuration. So we added the managed servers, and we added to the cluster, and we added to the second machine. All right, so the next step is okay on CentOS 07. So we don't have the domain structure. Okay, so we have the WCP domain here. Let's check what is the size. Okay, so we need to copy the domain structure to the second server. So we can use the utility called pack and unpack. So we're gonna pack the domain and so copy the file to the second server and unpack on the second server. But today we are not gonna use that. Okay, so we are just copy the folder of the domain. Okay, so let's zip it. Okay, let's create the folder. Okay, so it's still packing. Okay, so it's finished. So we got a warning. So this is fine. So we can skip for now. So we're gonna copy this file to CentOS 07. Okay, so it's here. Let's unzip that. Okay, so okay, so we copied everything from the first server to here. So there are some logs here. Okay, so the logs we don't need that. So okay, all right. So let's start this. So So we need to start the node manager. Okay. So we started the node manager. Okay, let's have it run on the background. Okay. So let's see. So let's see if we can start the second set of servers. Okay, so it says starting. So we are on the CentOS 07, so which is the second server. So let's see. Let's check the logs. Okay, so it doesn't have the log yet. Okay. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so it looks like it's trying to start the servers on the first server. So we don't want that. All right. So the reason is so we have the okay. So we have the machines listening on localhost. So let's see if we can modify that. So this is machine 1. We put CentOS 06 here. Machine 2. 07. Okay, so since I modified the listening address, oh, this node manager, so I have to bounce the node manager on the second server. So let's stop the node manager. Okay, so since I made the change, so I need to get the configuration. So there are two folders. So one is node manager, one is config. So I need to get the configuration from the first server. Okay, so let's remove this. Okay. Untitled 06. Okay, so let's get the folder. 06. So node manager folder. So let's start the node manager here. So it's started. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop those servers because we don't want it to start on the first server. Okay, so let's try to start again. So it says the node manager with. Okay, so it says the node manager is not reachable. Let's see. So node manager is up and listening on 5557. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look of the node manager property. Okay, so the listening address is still localhost, that's why. So let's change it to the second server. Stop, stop the node manager and start it. Okay, so now we are seeing this listening of CentOS 07. Alright, so let's try again. Okay, so it's starting. So let's see. Okay, so here we see that this name equals portal 2, and this one, what is the port? So portlet 2. So we can see it's starting on the second server. Let's check the logs. Okay, so it's running now. All right. So we have built the cluster. So we have a WC portal, WC portlet running on the first server, CentOS 06. Okay, so on the second set of the servers is running on the CentOS 07. Okay, let's see. Let's double check. Okay. So name equal to portlet. Name equals portal. This is the admin server. So let's do some test. So we build the cluster, so it's running. So we expand to the second server. But so for the user, so we need to configure the reverse proxy. Okay, so here, so we need to configure the reverse proxy in order for the users to use both. Okay, so we're gonna say CentOS 07. Okay, so we add the second server. Okay, so we need a semicolon here. So let's bounce OHS and node manager. Stop the node manager and start the node manager on the background. Start the OHS. Okay, so let's do a test. So here we have this URL. So it's pointing to the cluster. So here is, so we are pointing to this cluster. So now, so let's bring down the servers on the on CentOS 06. So shut it down. So let's say if we shut it down on 06, let's see if we can still access. Okay, so it's down. So we know that 06, the WebLogic managed servers on 06 are down. On 07, they're up. Okay, so we can still access. Okay. So now let's bring down all of the servers on 07. Okay. Okay. So all of those 4 managed servers are down. Okay, so if we come back to here, so it will not find that because we don't have any server in that. Okay, so it's no back and server available. So we're getting the same message. Okay, so let's start the servers on the port on the CentOS 01. So it's starting. Okay, so it started. So we come back to here. Let's try. Okay, so we got our page back. Okay, so this time only the servers on the CentOS 06 is running. So the servers on CentOS 07 is down. So we can still access the pages.